If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, Monica and Kim K are trying to get C-Murder out of prison, and some rapper from New York says that 6ix9ine stole his song. Plus, 2 men have been indicted in the murder of Jam Master Jay. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, this is dope, right? Because Kim K just announced that she's gonna try to help C-Murder get out of prison, right? And y'all know C-Murder, he used to rap like back in the day. He was on No Limit. He's actually the brother of Master P and Silk the Shocker, and he was convicted of a murder like back in 2002 and sent to prison for life, right? So the whole situation is Kim K, and she's actually been working really hard to get a lot of people who are locked up unfairly out of prison, right? She's gotten a few people out so far and even enlisted Donald Trump to help her, and it's been working. Also, Kim K is like, yo, I'm going to school to be a lawyer. She wants to take the bar exam and all that. And all that's cool. She seems to be using her celebrity for something good. And then also, just a side note, Kim K's father, Rob Kardashian, was a lawyer too. He's dead now, but he used to be O.J. Simpson's lawyer. So, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I guess, right? The whole situation, though, is that y'all know what happened, right? C-Murder was arrested for like shooting a 16-year-old kid outside of a nightclub in 2002, right? And C-Murder has said that he didn't do it, and he pled not guilty, but they still, you know, gave him life in prison for the whole situation, right? Actually, they gave him life in prison, then he got his sentence overturned and released for a couple of, you know, years in the early 2000s, then they convicted him again and then put him in prison for life, right? He's currently serving a sentence in Louisiana, right? So then Kim Kardashian goes on Twitter and she's like, on January 18, 2002, a tragedy occurred when a young man was killed, right? The next day, Corey Miller was arrested for the murder. Corey Miller is C-Murder's real name, right? Since his trial, witnesses have recanted and new evidence of his potential innocence has come to light. And there are claims that jurors were pressured into voting to convict him, right? True justice for the young man that got killed could never be served if the person who actually killed him is not held responsible and Corey Miller doesn't return home to his kids, right? And then she says, my heart goes out to the family of Steve Thomas. That's the 16-year-old that got killed that day. I can only imagine how hard this is, and my intention is never to open painful wounds, but I just want to help the truth be known behind this tragedy, right? Then C-Murder himself, he comes out with a statement. He says, see, this statement is to his daughters first, to his family, to my beautiful daughters, Chelsea, Courtney, and Chanel. I'm so sorry I missed so many years of your lives. You're always believed in me and stood by my side, and your love and dedication gave me the strength to keep pushing forward on my journey to freedom. And I have had an unjust battle, but finally we are moving closer to a well-deserved justice, right? And then he actually sends a message to his fans and everybody too, all of us, and he's just like, thank you to everyone who are praying for me. The system will strip you of your aspirations and your dreams, but not Corey Miller. God has not forgotten about me, and now I have been joined by Kim K, Jessica Jackson, and Ed Haney to continue this freedom fight. My prayers have been answered in so many ways, so on and so forth. So he's grateful, and for years and years and years, C-Murder has been like, yo, I didn't do this. He kind of alluded to the fact that he knows who did it, but since he's the big name, they're just arrested him, and since he ain't no snitch, he ain't gonna be like, yo, it wasn't me, it was my mans in them, and he just went to prison forever, which is crazy, right? So, you know, we'll have to see what happens, but he's been locked up for a very long time, and honestly, I never thought I would ever see the day that C-Murder would get out of prison, you know, permanently. So, you know, hopefully this could happen, you know what I'm saying? We'll have to see what happens, yo, but let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Look what's happening to New York City right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Fat Punani by Jay John. Oh, that nigga Jay John. That's the New York legend. Oh, 6ix9ine got Punani too. Hold up. Let's hear this one.
Fat Punani, I want fat Punani, 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 Punani, I want.
Hold up, let me hear 6ix9ine. Hold up.
Shake it fat, punani nani, fat punani nani, that tsunami nami, that tsunami nami, fat punani nani.
6ix9ine, that's not.
Tsunami nami, that tsunami nami, that tsunami nami, that tsunami nami.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell y'all something, man.
Alright, yo, this is funny as hell, right? Because y'all see that little video right there, right? And we all know that 6ix9ine dropped this song called Punani, whatever, right? And to be honest with you, this dude, Jay John, he's from New York. I've never heard of him before. I don't know what part of New York he's from, and I'm not throwing shade, but here's the situation, right? So he's like, yo, I'm a New York legend. I dropped this song called Fat Punani, you know, back in 2009 or whatever, right? And it does show that on YouTube, the video has been posted like 9 or 10 years ago. So whatever, right? The song that he plays, Fat Punani Nani, Fat Punani Nani, and then he plays the 6ix9ine song, and yeah, okay, it sounds Fat Punani Nani, Fat Punani Nani. Like, it kind of does sound familiar, and maybe, yeah, 6ix9ine heard the song or whatever. But, you know, I don't think that you really have a leg to stand on just because both of y'all are saying Punani in kind of the same way, right? He doesn't steal the beat or the subject of the song, but whatever, right? This dude, Jay John, seems very, very super hyped that 6ix9ine is using his song or quote unquote stole his song, right? On one hand, this dude, Jay John, kind of seems like a super fan of 6ix9ine because he did a video talking about how he understands the fact that 6ix9ine snitched on Shotty and all the stuff like that. And then he comes back and he's like, yo, fuck 6ix9ine. I'm about to throw a fuck 6ix9ine party and you are banned from New York, 6ix9ine, right? Which is crazy because yo, 6ix9ine's been banned from everywhere and still goes. Not to mention 6ix9ine lives in New York and he's walking around with mad security. Plus, if like the 9 Trey Bloods couldn't ban 6ix9ine, I don't think like this dude John Jay can. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole situation is just funny, and I kind of feel like this dude John Jay is using 6ix9ine to get clout for himself, which, you know, you can't blame anybody for that because, you know, fuck 6ix9ine. But at the same time, come on, my dude, you ain't banning nobody from nowhere, right? And you know you happy that 6ix9ine said the word Punani in his song like you said it in your song, but I doubt that 6ix9ine really is paying attention to Jay John or whoever, right? But I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, yo, this is crazy, right? So the whole situation is that 2 people have been arrested and indicted for the murder of Jam Master Jay, right? So y'all know the whole situation is Jam Master Jay was killed like in the studio back in 2012, execution style, just bang, 1 shot to the head, and the dudes ran off, right? And nobody really knew who did it or why, and some people thought that maybe Jam Master Jay was involved in some street shit, or maybe he owed somebody some money or whatever the case may be. Somebody even, you know, speculated because Jam Master Jay was the first person to discover 50 Cent that maybe, you know, somebody killed Jam Master Jay just because they wanted to get back at 50 Cent, you know? But I guess none of that was the truth, right? So the whole situation is, you know, after about 5 years of speculation, this happened in 2002. In 2007, the prosecution in Queens, New York, because this is where this happened, basically said that some dude named, you know, Washington or whatever had, you know, was an accomplice to the murder, right? But this dude Washington was never arrested or anything like that. And ever since 2007, I guess they've been working on it, right? Because just this morning, they indicted 2 people for the murder. One of those people is Washington, who's already serving time in prison for like a robbery that's not associated with this at all. And they also arrested and indicted a 36-year-old dude who they say is the one who pulled the trigger, right? So what the prosecution is saying, and this is literally on the paperwork, is that 18 years ago, back when, you know, this dude Washington was a lot younger and the other dude that's 36 now was only 18 years old, they ran up in the studio. Washington basically made everybody get down, don't look at me, look at the floor, while this other dude, the 18-year-old, ran into the studio, shot Jam Master Jay once in the head, shot the other dude that was sitting next to him like once in the leg or whatever, by a mistake, I think, and then both of them just ran out, right? And they really seriously got away with murder for damn near 20 years up until now. Now, I don't know how they got all this information. I don't know how, you know, they know who waved the gun and who got down and who pulled the trigger or what. I guess they seriously was doing a bunch of investigation this whole time, but now it seems like they've got the shit sealed up because they know exactly what happened. It doesn't sound like anybody is talking or snitching on each other, but it also doesn't sound like they have to. So I guess we'll see what happens, but two people have definitely been indicted in the murder of Jam Master Jay. One dude was already in prison, so he's been indicted on just this now, but the other dude was walking around the streets free. So we'll have to see what happens. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastain on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.